Good evening and welcome to the Guy with a Smile. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to give this a shot. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope everybody's enjoying the July 4th weekend. Hopefully my neighbors have stopped shooting off fireworks. Hello Otto, how are you doing tonight? Was good hunting with you earlier? Even if you did bag 2 animals before I found anything. So we're getting back into Inquisitor Martyr. Actually, we're going into Martyr this time. We did Prophecy last time.
The Emperor's Inquisition have fought a secret war to defend humanity. We keep vigil in the darkness.
Last time we played, we started Smiles. And while I really enjoy playing him, I want to get through the actual Martyr storyline. So we're going to go back and we're going to play... we're going to start an Assassin. So we'll create a new character. Start an Assassin. Go through the Martyr storyline because the Tech Adepts don't go through the Martyr storyline. We want to do a Sniper Assassin, which I've played a little bit of a Sniper Assassin on my Xbox playthrough. We have the Infiltrator Assassin, which is more of a melee character, and then we have the Eradicator Assassin, which is a shotgun and sniper rifle assassin. I'm thinking we're going to go with an Infiltrator. Stealth bodysuit grants chameleon-like abilities combined with the speed and agility of the Assassin Inquisitor means virtual invisibility for a limited time, also equipped with a remote mine dispenser belt for ambush attacks. The distortion armor, again, this is just starting equipment. We'll be able to change that once we actually get into game. Assassins use adrenaline. Due to their status and training, Inquisitors with the Death Cult background can use even the most exotic war gear from the Imperial Arsenal. Assassin Inquisitors can always use their dodge ability to evade incoming attacks regardless of the armor they wear. We're going to start off as an Infiltrator. This is not going to be story mode, or we're not going to do a seasonal character. Next, we need a name. Anybody got a name? Name. Somebody needs to check that out. A song? Nah. Really? I don't even remember what I named my assassin on my other playthrough. Mercy. Yes, Ed would use name. Be a character. And now I will let this cutscene play as we start the beginning of Martyr's storyline.
Inquisitor's log. Classified report for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. It has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Orders. It is authentic but extremely old. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. There were many delays during the journey, but the coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave finally led me to this desolate system. This signal is coming from a battered fortress monastery. It got through the warp surges with considerable loss of data, and my astropath has been unable to decipher it. I will personally investigate the source of this mysterious signal.
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact, though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition, and lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilot to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor,
Game volume and
the
everything
automatic
okay?
defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
They shot me down. I remember the deafening roar of the turrets. My Imperial carrier was trailing a blaze of fire and smoke as it smashed into the hangar deck. I heard the screech of shredding metal, but the vast emptiness of the colossal hall swallowed the noise. Somehow, slowly, painfully, I crawled out of the smoldering wreckage. The air was stale in the mysterious fortress monastery. The air was stale and the mysterious fortress monastery loomed dark and empty. Or not so empty, as we'll soon find out. Okay. Don't know if the camera position's gonna work, but we'll see.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Vox communication is jammed and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return. Inquisitorial
New
log.
investigation.
New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Tutorials. We have two new investigations, the abandoned Colossus and the cage, which we will be trying to find clues for over the next several missions. Surprised that they don't change the graphic there to be what class you're playing, because that's the Crusader. But anyway, yes, the cage. Haven't found any clues yet. Okay. I also don't have any weapon, so New tutorial. Use A to activate objects.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
Well, welcome to the Fortress Monastery. Tutorial and camera controls. And we have found a cogitator.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Vessel 897 Lucius .442 .alpha class .subc 35. Name Martyr. Code number 57 ERT 294. Not sure what that symbol is. Current status: in the possession of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Warning: verifying current status. Inadequate data collated. Last maintenance logged 8.134.967.m36. Warning: Geller shield compromised. Current state of impairment 47.34% estimated. Warning: prayer of maintenance required in the following zones. Cataloging failed. Warning: invocations of blessed recalibration are required in the following zones. Cataloging failed. Warning: corrupted data, diagnostics interrupted. Initiating Psalm 178756. And then a bunch of binary. That I'm not gonna.
Just as I suspected, it's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details.
All of them. Every single cogitator on the ship. Never mind that a fortress monastery like
New
this
log
would
entry.
be
Found
the
some
size of several
corpses.
cities.
Blood smells and tastes fresh. The wounds are recent. I have no idea what killed them, but it's not human and it's still close.
Oh, a weapon. It's a Delth Cult.
Let's see how this weapon works. Yes, I think it will do.
Okay, so I'm just testing out my different attacks there. Make sure I know how the clue on the analysis. Oh, doesn't he look friendly?
A spawn of chaos. An interesting challenge at least. What a shame. A magnificent Imperial tomb despoiled by chaos. It will be a glorious task scraping this place clean again.
Weapon sets. So now we have Death Cult blades that we originally found and Power Blade, was it? Assassin Power Sword. Let's see how.
New log entry. I have found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
Argentum. Defense System Anomalies. Ranking Security Officer Brother Marcus Drang. Incident log. The martyr opened fire on an approaching road trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life on the targeted ship. Teleportarium signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from monastery. Confessions of the related personnel during the candidate's hearing Search pick recording database. Records not found. Conclusion. After thorough interrogation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. Defense turrets opened fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking any teleportation attempts is generated automatically. Probable cause: system malfunction. Processes initiated. Logged a priority level request to the maintenance fraternity awaiting confirmation. Had emergency cogitators installed in the hangar deck and main cogitator in the control room, where security personnel can manually override both the turret systems and teleportarium signals in case of any further incidents. Attachment. Data corrupted.
I found new information. There is an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals. Open the door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machine.
Lurking while you paint?
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this? Oh, but you shouldn't talk, mindless drone. Hush now and watch that door.
Look, cultists!
Did you just line up for your imminent death, heretics? Cleansing shots fired.
They seem to have died. One thing that I've noticed when I did this on my other characters is somewhere in this mission you're supposed to get a grenade. And then you get prompted to use the grenade at another point in the mission. I haven't been finding that first grenade.
Finally, that's the cogitator that will disable the jammer.
If only it was so easy.
I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally. I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Level up! Alright, I guess it's this series of missions. They broke it into such small areas. Working on more of those Deep Madness figures, Otto? I can now use an arc blade, if I find one, and I have a passive skill point. I have an unspent attribute point? That's unusual. Spend my skill point. Well, since she's going to be doing mainly, start with melee combat. Don't know her skills, and I don't know where I'm gonna have, how I'm gonna ultimately spec her out. I'm just gonna go straight up 3% melee damage bonus. I have made it out of the hangar, where I found evidence of severe chaos infestation. I need to investigate this further. Not like I really
Argos
have
have
much
picked up a
choice.
Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
map overlay and the minimap. Of course, you guys can't see the minimap because my camera's in front of it. But you have a map overlay that you can pull up to see the map. And I have my adrenaline resource, which you see if I pull left and right trigger at the same time, then I will activate my armor's capability, which uses adrenaline, which recharges slowly over time. I know what went wrong. I was on the wrong weapon set. I went to try to do her big AoE slam, and it didn't work because I wasn't on that weapon. Note to self, make sure you're on the weapon you think you are before going into combat.
Why the Emperor?
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
The handiwork of a cult. The remains of an inquisitorial expedition. A tasteless offering to a powerful servant of chaos.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
I like Captain Van Winter.
Target eliminated.
And no, destroying that's not strictly necessary, it just makes me... Guess you're just a candelabra. Ah, there's the grenade. But there's a cogitator here. Exloaded from Engine Seer Theta XVII-B Lucan. Reference number 9834.1.T. Current rank Operator Confessor to the Great Machine Spirit of the Martyr. Inloaded to Engine Seer Omnicron IV Vocifer reference number 739.4482.9.Z. Current rank Engineer Hierophant of the Martyr. 12.4 Automatically generated social components clipped. Type honorifics. Omega level encryption initiated. Begins. Inquiry regarding confidential emergency invocation 7763P awaiting review. Precedents supplementary records collated and attached. Analysis: the machine spirit of the martyr shows every sign of intellectual instability. Threat assessment: ultra high and growing. What's higher than ultra high? Anyway, ultra high and growing. Detachment of data serfs in Blessed Core, initiating data module scrubbing and anointing central processing modules. A personal note: the machine spirit is slowly becoming insane and it started to override the defense systems, destroying some possibly harmless voidcraft trying to land on the deck. We must act before it sheds more blood. I don't need to remind you of the faithful consequences if such information becomes open knowledge. It must remain confidential. I submit this invocation in the name of the Omnissiah, the wisdom of my trusted Hierophant.
Grenades.
Grenades.
Lack the precision I'd normally prefer. Not that I'm complaining in this situation. A
And
proper
usually they prompt you
welcome
to use the
committee
grenade.
at last. That grenade could be useful now.
Stop spinning that camera around. I find that to be inaccurate, sir. Oh yes, enemy commanders. Sorry, I actually was not trying to open the clue for the cage. So that I can clear that. Do.
I found them guilty of heresy. I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
It does. Answer. Something big and bad killed him. Medical supply and another. Honestly surprised she doesn't do damage. Obviously we need better weapons. Now that all that's taken care of, I hope. Yes, look. I can heal now. Oh yes.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead space marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them. So it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Slow. Don't jump to conclusions. It could be worse than you think. Oh yes. Hi guys.
There is
Come here.
strength in
Everybody gather
numbers, you
together.
think? Fools.
Yep. Oh, you guys too. Gather together. Come on.
Pain is salvation.
Look, chest. Yes, I missed something down there. That may but yes, I'm purposely not going to the objective just yet. These missions do automatically forward you out of the mission, so I'm making sure I got all the list. I do wish they had a run function, but they do not. Figure together. I don't think there's anything over here. Oh, yeah, there is something over here. There is a clue over here. '897 Lucius.442.alphaclass.sub Subsea 35, name Martyr. Generic transcript enabled, recalibration him initiated, secondary data stream decipher enabled. Node Martyr. Note A. I hope you are reading this. That's the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out that what we're planning, they'll execute us. Hide your message. Pardon me. Hide your messages in the maintenance sermons and make them look like simple devotional notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research decks. Red Sanctum has been quarantined. Alert. Corruptive code influx. Analysis inconclusive. Note B. I have received your message. By the Emperor, this is bad. Same down here. Nobody knows where the martyr is headed. And with Uther holed up in the Sanctum and his seconds in charge plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. Activated Purification Protocol. Note A. Uther will be our death. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium. And now what? Now what? Now we have what? These things in the Dark Zone. We must get out of here immediately, or shall we join the others? Request: suspicious devotional code lines discovered. Issue: sensor modules inactive. Log not archived. So, ready should. I will say one thing for her. She does get adrenaline back really quickly. And no clue.
Team Sigma, this is KS Thorne speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team
Caius Thorne?
Sigma
I would-
won't be responding
Caius.
anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I'm an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate.
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly confusing me with someone else.
Yes, he is. He's also a bit of a hothead, but he is a Space Marine, so what are you gonna do? I'm gonna take a quick break because I need to get some water. I will be right back and we will do the next mission. So I'm gonna untangle myself. That's an controller. So we will be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Forgotten. Since it's been so long since I streamed regularly, I have forgotten how dry it can make your throat if you're reading dialogue and talking. Next mission. These first 5 missions are pretty much the tutorial, designed to give you a kind of feel for the game. I followed a voxel to establish connection with a member of an unknown expedition. He's holed up in the subdeck control room. Kill the Champions of Chaos, which he's going to tell us about here in a second.
It's Thorn again. Another wave of filth is on its way to face me in a glorious carnage. I want your help as soon as possible.
Careful, Thorn. That was dangerously close to insolence. And you are definitely confusing me with science.
You are an inquisitor, which is enough for me right now. The whole deck is swarming with the local mongrel tribes, and they've sent their champions to rally the troops. I need you to eliminate these creatures. It will slow down the tribes.
Guys? Definitely like the power sword better.
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer?
That's the plan, yes.
And who is this Caius Thorn exactly?
Quite a character. Otherwise, I have no idea. He seems to think that I'm a member of his mysterious expedition.
If there is an expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a scan. That giant wreckage looks completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
Oh, hi guys. Yep, gather around. And we'll go this way. I'm still full up on grenades. Let's fix the grenade problem.
Pain is salvation. I've eliminated the first tribal champion. I wonder if those mongrel tribes are the descendants of the original inhabitants. I guess I'll know more soon.
Came across him a little earlier than I expected to. But we didn't die. Actually don't even think we got close that time. I'll take supplies because I've used some grenades. I don't go that way. Champions.
How are you faring, Inquisitor?
Considering that I'm alone, I'd say that I'm making adequate progress.
Alone? Where's the rest of your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more dealings for us to kill.
Well, that's unlucky.
Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
Taste of death.
The filth of chaos has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yes, I purged the place.
No, I take
So ambitious. I didn't like this. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads to the control room. Go through that.
Alright, filling out the map first. Because that's the type of player I am. Look, it's a clue. Reggio, Calgary sector, Segmentum Tempestus. Destination, Colony Choir Centralia. Subsectoral admin conduit. Telepathic duct, Trans-Imperial Relay Omega. Sorry, Ogma 10. This is the thrice blessed Fortress Monastery Martyr, Category A3, research vessel of the Holy Ordus, under the leadership of Lord Inquisitor Uther Tiberius. We seek aid from the brothers and sisters of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Martyr is on a highly important research pilgrimage from the Segmentum Pacificus to the Sigil subsector. En route to the Calgary sector, the Martyr was caught in a severe warp anomaly and the Geller shield suffered considerable damage. We need emergency overhaul in the orbital dry docks of Che Prime as soon as possible. May the Emperor be with you. Kind of. Well, it's not a run. The assassins have a dodge ability. Not a really convenient key for it, but it's fun. Anyway, over here. Oh, hi.
Heresy. Thorn, I've reached the end of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side, but plenty of them have been captured. I'll need your help to set them free.
Achievement unlocked Reaper. Achievement unlocked Grenadier. I have unlocked item Personal Void Shield. I've unlocked the use of plasma pistols and a passive skill point. Used delayed grenade, plasma guns, a point of accuracy, and a passive skill point. So I have 2 passive skill points. Reaper, I have killed champion enemies. I believe that's account wide, so. Kill enemies with grenades. Ooh. Yeah, that's spin skill points. Also need to check my. We have 2 skill points. I'm gonna do base damage bonus. Spend a point in single DPS. A lot of my sword attacks are single targets, so 3% damage bonus to single target skills. I have an arc blade that is better than the Death Cult blade. It is mastercrafted, so it has stats. It has several sniper rounds, but I'm not doing a sniper round. It's a significant, not much of a damage reduction increase, but it's a 3 more to all resist, and it's Artificer. Significant, upgrade there, so. So I'm not sticking mainly. One thing with dual wield weapons, we'll say, like this, it's a one-handed sword, so you can wield it in either hand on your in your loadout. Is that each weapon has its own skill set. So if I'm using it in the left-hand box, primary hand and secondary hand. If I'm using it in the primary hand, I'll have these first 2 skills, and in the secondary hand I have these second 2 skills. If I want all 4 skills from a weapon set, I need to wield in both hands. But the neat thing about that is it does let you kind of mix and match your weapons to kind of suit how you like to play and where you like to have your skills assigned. So it's a neat system. It's definitely what I currently have equipped, so we will. Secondary. Rogue Mines is technically better because it's a master, so it has stats. Those 2 just common, which is not generally a big fan of mines. The other thing to note is, as you do have 2 weapon sets, your weapon sets change not only the weapons that you have equipped, but also these 2 signums that are with those weapons. So ideally, once you get signums that start having stats and stuff, you want to get stats that affect the skills or the weapon of that set. So, but this early on, that's not going to be much of a. Right now, mainly what we're looking at is just straight up damage. Security seals, everything other than those 4 boxes down at the bottom. Well, actually, okay. Forgot when I played this after work the other day. I did it as a no camera stream. So when I was pointing at the screen, nobody could tell. Not that you can really tell where I'm pointing at the screen, because you really can't see my hand unless I lift it. There it is. Hi. But yeah, those bottom 4 boxes, see them next to my camera. Those are the only thing that's changed with your weapon set. Everything else is defined. It is in effect in both weapons. It's Purity Seal, it's better max suppression, which you have 2 two kind of, they're not really health stats. Obviously you have health, which if you run out of health you die. You also have suppression, which as you lose suppression you go through different levels. I don't remember what they're called, but as you go through the different levels you get different negative modifiers, the less suppression you have. Enemies have the same type of thing. You see on the bigger enemies, the common cannon fodder, they just have health. But on the bigger ones you'll see 2 health bars. The bottom one is their suppression bar. Top one is their health. And if they run out of health before they run out of suppression, they're still dead. It's just like certain things you cannot knock them down if if their suppression bar is green. So trying to do a knockdown move, it will hurt their suppression, but it won't knock them down, so you won't get the effects of the knockdown. Equip that because it's better than what we. It's just damage and loot quantity. I tend to be on this one. That's set more, so select damage. Aim sniper skills don't do me any good because I'm using that shock. It's a shock on poison skill hits. I don't know if I'm using poison skills. Sorry. Just because it's not as good as the one we had equipped. Oh, that's the last guy. I have the assassin power sword equipped. That real quick. AoE attack does seem to do some kind of effect. Sure, wrong button. Sure it. Better criticals, death mark, death cult combo, single target. That AoE cone. It's bleed. Stun and shock. Charging attack. It also does armor breaking. Yes, it does do a poison dot. Knowing your skills is somewhat important. That I equip this, even though I'm not big one for months. I just find grenade effective, but it is a fast upgrade to hit points, and like I said, it increases the effectiveness of my vulnerability debuffs and increases the fear effectiveness against suppression. So it is an upgrade to what I'm using. That on my, since I do know that has a effect now. So now we have better gear. So there's a vigilance vendor. Is for those familiar with Warframe, he seems to be something along akin to Void Trader in Warframe. Comes around from time to time and has special loot. I currently can't afford anything that he has. Heretics have withdrawn, but more are on the way. I need reinforcements. I know some of the soldiers from the...
This is just the calm before
Start
the
reading
storm.
this sooner.
Take advantage of the respite before the wretches return. At least I can send you some reinforcements. The hostiles are keeping some of my scouts caged up in the desecrated sanctum. Free the guardsmen and bring them to the control room.
Ready to fight.
No, actually, I guess I was wrong. What I said earlier about the dual-wield weapons. Apparently, if you only have one equipped, you only get the first 2 skills. That's... Lately, I've been more. So we now have Imperial Guard with us. They will shoot at things that shoot at us.
New log entry. I'm entering the sanctum. The sculptures are undeniably Imperial, but I've never seen anything like this before. The colossal statues seem both recognizable and unfamiliar. Did I just find an Imperial cult from the past?
Yes, yes, you did.
At your command.
Oh, he died. Never mind. Pretty sure there was. As with any of these types of game, always check. Personal log by Archivist Anselm Diovero. First analysis. I need to modify my early estimate of the age of this magnificent ship. The pro-Thorian symbolism and the content of the prayer book reference indicates ancient heritage, sometime between the 35th and 36th millennium. Potential connection to the age of apostasy indicates fascinating prospects. I must admit that some of our discoveries are unique, almost radical in nature, especially the pieces directly connected to Uther Tiberius and his sect. The adornments and other elements are clearly imperial in origin on the ship, but the details, like the winged statues, all suggest a cult that used to be imperial, but which has been lost or subsequently purged from the archives. Personal notes. Technologist was baffled by the first radium carbon results. This may be rather bold statement since he lacks facial features, emotions, and soul, but he looked almost shocked. Damn his inconclusive results. He tried to argue about the age of this Emperor-forsaken derelict, but I'm certain of my analysis. And a bit troubled. The mural about the Scarlet Apotheosis and the Imperium beyond was unsettling, to say the least. The Angel of Death growing more grim in each passing hour. May the Emperor have mercy on our souls. Suit now. Forgot about that. By the way, there's Imperial Guards.
We don't have much time, Inquisitor. Hurry up and take as many guardsmen with you as you can.
For the Emperor!
Come on, guys, get out of the cage. Let's see. It's nothing but medical supplies. Supplies because I haven't had to heal.
Ready to fight.
Ready to fight. That's good, because you're gonna have to. Excuse me. Seemed to have accidentally flipped inside the cage and couldn't open it. New
The
clue.
humans are banging their war drums, calling up the filth of chaos from the caverns of the ship. If you want to know what a real battle looks like, I suggest you join me as soon as you can.
Ready to fight!
Thorn. I'm an Inquisitor. I know what a real battle looks like. Just saying.
I said charge!
Chest over here. Always open the chests. It is good to note that some chests, however, are traps. We will run into some of those later.
Ready to
But for
fight!
now, that should be everything on this subdeck. Like I said, these are tutorial missions. They're not very... Wrong button. Trying to shut the map.
Inquisitor, our Argers are starting to pick up huge waves of hostiles approaching your position. Can you hold them off on your own?
I find your ignorance of my capabilities amusing. For the moment, at least.
So what is your plan?
Imagine a surgeon cutting out lumps of tainted flesh. One by one, they will die. They won't even know who killed them. I will not grant them this gift.
I'll have the transport ship ready, just in case.
Level up! Okay, yes. The mic is in. Seeing it over on the. I've unlocked Carthian Sword. I've unlocked a perk. My utility belt will hold more charges, and a passive skill point. I've completed the expedition. Oops, I should have read that. My bad. You have enough of these now. Since that is better than one-handed blade that I was using, then we'll have all 4 of those skills now. Probably should actually. Well, no, I've been doing. Oh, that's right. I haven't done. So I did the signums on two-handed one. Main implant. Actually, well, it's less. It's 2 fewer hit points, but the damage reduction, other abilities on this, definitely swapping it. I haven't got an eye implant. Physical damage bonus, damage bonus for channeled skills. I don't know. I don't think. Well, they might. Melee damage bonus, shock and poison skill hits. I think these have shocks on them, so. Damage bonus. I don't think I have anything currently based off of heat. That would be different, but I'm not. Actually, don't care for plasma guns personally. Las pistols aren't bad, since I'm focusing here more towards time being, at least. So, some equipment upgrades, passives. Straight up extra 150 base hit points. Down here we have perks, which I've acquired some other perks. I only have one perk slot available at the moment. You get a second perk slot at 15 and another at 30. But Evasive Ambush has a 3% supreme dodge on kill in a surprise state. Down effects restore 0.3% health on each tick. Grinder gives you a 66% damage bonus, but removes the ability to have critical hits. I'm just going to leave it as is, time being. And we're going to go to the 5th mission. Complete the first chapter of the I have reached the control room, but now I must survive the coming onslaught of the feral heretics and their champions. I think the loading bar finished. Me and my Imperial Guard moving along.
Welcome to the Martyr, Inquisitor. Not exactly the army I had imagined, but reinforcements at last.
So you do realize now that I don't belong to your expedition?
I do, and I regret the confusion. We were not expecting any guests on this Emperor-forsaken wreck. And first I thought that you must belong to Klosterheim's retinue. That fool brought a whole army of busybodies and interrogators with him.
You must tell me everything about this man, his expedition, and the Martyr. But first, I'll disable the Tallyport jammer.
The cogitator that overrides the jammer is 2 hallways away, and the whole control deck is swarming with feral tribes. Why do you think I'm stuck in this hole? They're keeping us pinned down in here.
Time to turn the tide together, Sergeant.
Inquisitor, we have a problem.
Now is not a good time.
Ready to fight! Charge! I said charge!
Wave completed.
Well then, that was a pleasant warm-up, wasn't it? But Inquisitor, I'm sure they will drag their filthy god here to help them out.
They're what?
We interrogated some of these tribesmen. They are all descendants of the original crew. Anyway, during centuries of drifting through the void, one of their generations forgot about our holy emperor and found new things to worship.
And what would this god be?
Madness incarnated, they call it. It could be anything, if you ask me, but nothing good.
That's your command!
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery is...
I'm in the middle of something. Later.
For the Emperor! Move! Move!
Some mines. Excuse me, I actually need to go over here and read something. Pardon me.
Let's take a look at this cogitator.
A humble tract on the violent changes in the behavior of the machine spirit, logged by Engineer Theta Lucan, operator confessor of the great machine spirit of the martyr. Summary. After the rites of diagnostics and reciting the necessary hymns to placate its mood, I prayed to the machine spirit, humbly asked it to confide in me about the causes of the recurring system failures, corrupted data, why the automatic defense systems of the Martyr destroyed that rogue trader cruiser, and why the Martyr initiated conflicts with a non-hostile vessel of an explorator fleet, thus corrupted data. The machine spirit of the Martyr denies cooperation, citing the Sacred Order 947A as issued by our spiritual leader, the late Uther Tiberius. Amendum, no executable directive exists under this name. The machine spirit claims that the Martyr must follow a determined route to a classified location and that the protection of the Martyr is top priority. It asserts its rights to override the Martyr. Sorry, that was poorly written. Automated weapon systems in the teleporterium in times of need. Assessment: possible warp infestation of the machine spirit, invoking the conclave of the imminent system purge. Warning: searching database, contents missing.
These records are disturbing. This martyr has a mind of its own.
Wave completed.
Oh, the thundering blast of weapons. I wish my brothers were here to hear this canticle of death.
Talking about brothers, which chapter do you belong to? I'm not familiar with this iconography.
I am Sergeant Caius Thorm of the Stormwatcher Space Marines.
Explain. I don't know that chapter.
I would be truly disappointed if you did. Our existence is secret, our numbers are few, and our burden is terrible. We are the Watchers in the shadows, but rest assured, we are the sanctioned blades of the Calgary Conclave.
Doing what exactly?
Dying gloriously during classified inquisitorial missions. Could we talk about this later?
Inquisitor, the monastery shows signs of...
Not now.
Take it like a man, Godwin.
Turret's going. Level up.
Onwards! Totaling bombardment! For the Emperor! Take it like a man, Godwin!
You are truly doing the Emperor's work, Inquisitor. Keep it up. We've crushed their main forces. Let's move out and disable that jammer.
Before their what? Their god arrives?
Trust me, it is already close. I wonder what it looks like.
After we disable the jammer, we must find Lord Klosterheim.
Oh, yes, that two-faced hypocrite. I have already lost a battle brother because of him, and then he left me down here to die. But now, move!
For the Emperor! Ready to fight! For the Emperor!
Thing down here? Nope. Deactivate the teleportation jammer. Well, first, we've got to fight. We got to fight the big thing.
Oh, traitorous scum! Mockery to your honor! Perish, you filth! Ah!
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
Inquisitor, what's happening down there? Are you all right?
I'm great. I've just killed a Hellbrute, a twisted mockery of a space marine. Praise the Emperor. I also have an Imperial Space Marine with grievous wounds, and I want to bring him aboard our ship.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery has turned on the warp drives, and it's ready to leave the star system. Disable the jammer now!
That would be a problem.
I've disabled the teleport jammer. At least, I hope so.
Inquisitor, you must teleport back before the ship leaves. We don't know where it's headed, and worse, the Jella shields are probably compromised. Warp travel will kill you. Hurry up, you don't want to get stranded over there.
Then I'll leave. Seems simple. Welcome to our first foray into the market.
I'm fine, Captain. I'm back on your ship, leaving the teleportarium as we speak. I need medical assistance down here for the Space Marine. What is happening to the Martyr?
It's preparing to enter the warp. I thought it was a derelict.
It is derelict, Captain, which seems to attract the attention of both our allies and enemies. The Martyr is a mystery, but it is very much alive.
And your mystery ship is gone. What happens now?
I will notify the Caligari Conclave. Then we will wait and see.
But not as long as we think. The Imperium really does love their skulls. Welcome aboard.
Inquisitor, my astropath has sent your audio log to the Caligari Conclave, as you requested.
Let me guess. Another local warp surge manifestation swallowed the message whole.
No, actually. We have received an official follow-up on your report.
That must be a mistake. It's the Imperial bureaucracy. I wasn't expecting to hear from them for a few standard years.
I have no idea what we found out there, but it must be really
Kazoo!
important. See for yourself.
Kazoo!
Inquisitor, we are raising your clearance level. You are henceforth authorized to listen to
How are
confidential
you tonight?
information
Thank you
without
for bringing
facing
everybody
immediate
over. I
excommunication.
do appreciate it.
Your
Hope you had a
discovery
good
has
time. I know
greatly
you and Cammy were
intrigued
playing
the
Halo.
Conclave. You have found a ghost of the past, Inquisitor. The Martyr had strong ties to the Inquisition, and as such, it is very important to us. We all thought that the fortress monastery had been destroyed, with the exception of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim.
Oh, you got to the flood.
He dedicated his life to find
Oh, and
the
there's a
martyr,
Cammy.
only to disappear without a trace. And now we have proof of both
Cammy!
the existence of the martyr and the whereabouts of
Zoo,
Lord
Cammy,
Klosterheim.
Fire Uzi,
We
hey
want
everyone.
answers. Continue this investigation.
Thank you for the follow, I
Evaluate
do
the
appreciate
data,
it.
gather new clues and find the martyr. Hopefully with Lord Klosterheim
Cammy, you're like a
on
wizard. You
board
always
so he
arrive
can
right when you
explain
mean
his
to.
disappearance. We must remind you that this investigation requires absolute secrecy, and it will be your task. And your task.
I hope you all had a
alone.
great time in Halo. Kazoo says you finally met the flood. How'd you like the flood? So we are playing through at the very least the beginning of Inquisitor Martyr today. This is part of what got me back into painting. You that follow me on Instagram, I know that I've started painting minis again with, and I haven't painted for over 20 years. But it's felt great getting back into it, and playing this on the Xbox is part of what got me that. And when I saw it was on a pretty deep discount for the Steam Summer Sale, I picked it up on PC and figured we would play it some on stream. I've been enjoying it, and it really does do a good job of giving the feel of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So we have just taken our first steps in the Martyr and gotten off of the Martyr being a Imperial Fortress ship. Oh yeah, I used to paint a lot of Warhammer back in the day, but like I said, I haven't painted for close to 20 years. I got to the point, two things happened around the same time for me. Is there wasn't anybody in the area for me to play the game with, and I painted mainly to play when I got started, and I also got really busy at work in an industry that takes up a lot of my time, or at the time took up a lot of my time. It's calmed down a bit since. So as a result, I kind of stopped painting, and I never really got back into it, even when I went back to having time to do it. So, but yeah, we've just escaped the Martyr, and now we've been told by the Conclave that we're to find the Martyr again.
Our task is to find a ghost ship in the vast expanses of the Imperium. How hard could it be?
The Space Marine I rescued was part of the expedition that found the martyr somehow. If I can interrogate him, I'm sure he can help us.
That man is in stasis at the moment. He was torn into pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a warrior of the Adeptus Astartes is not a simple mortal we can treat.
Indeed, we need a tech priest with unique skills and knowledge of the genetic material of the Adeptus Astartes. We need a Magos biologist specialist, which could be difficult.
I come from a long line of rogue traders, Inquisitor. I know the secrets of this sector, and I can tell you where to find the tech priest you need. The Merciful Agony is a hospital fortress in the Chernobog system. It's also a secret research station of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You'll find a Magos Biologus there.
It's just a Merciful Agony. That's the hospital I want to go to. But yes, thank you everybody. Thank you Cammy, thank you Kazoo for bringing your viewers over. We've unlocked the Long Last Rifle, digital weapons, and passive skill points. And for those that may not be familiar with the Warhammer 40k universe, digital weapons don't mean... They mean weapons that you wear on your fingers. In this particular game, digital weapons take the place of grenades and act as a buff. And a passive skill point. We have completed the cage. The clues I have discovered indicate that the machine spirit of the martyr, which inhabits the fortress monastery and controls all systems and machinery on the decks, has probably gone mad, possibly during a warp incident, and has been displaying paranoid tendencies for a long time now. It locked down the martyr completely and trying to destroy approaching vessels. Jeez, I can't read tonight. To protect itself for unclear reasons. Kind of got some XP there. The abandoned Colossus investigation completed. I can conclude at this point that the abandoned fortress monastery, which the cryptic distress signal came from, is called the Martyr, and that it entered the Calgary sector roughly 5,000 years ago after the Imperial Civil War called the Age of Apostasy. The Martyr was commandeered by an inquisitor named Uther Tiberius, who had a very clear purpose for traveling here, and some of the members of his retinue had reason to worry about his intentions. What exactly happened during the subsequent 5,000 years is unclear. At some point, the Martyr must have disappeared in the warp, and it was spat out by a recent warp surge in the system, already infested by the bile of Nurgle. And because of that, we have leveled up to level 7. We can now use bolt pistols. We have unlocked the mobility skill tree, and we have another passive skill point to spend. We also have access to everything on the bridge, which, at this point, if you were playing the game, you have access to co-op multi. Actually, I'll have quite access to everything yet. Eventually, you will have access to co-op multiplayer.
Who are you, Thorn?
Here's our Space Marine.
You and your mysterious storm watchers. We will make you whole again. I have questions for you.
We have storage, which, as in many of these games, storage acts as a way to pass stuff between your various characters. What is in storage I can't use. I have email and the Hall of Heroes, which is the leaderboards, mainly for people to do PvP, but there are PvE leaderboards as well, because there are missions and things of that nature. Missions, sector control, there's other points to gain, and have your extras, which is where you can equip your various cosmetics, such as I don't have that particular one. Servo Commissar Skull, smoking his muffler cigar. You change out your emotes, different cosmetics, most of which I don't currently have any of. We are going to, actually, first thing we're going to, and of course, good old Captain Van Winter, who I actually, the character of Van Winter is great. Don't think there is anything in. We're just gonna go the easy way out. Sorting through all this stuff, and actually I will. One thing that I found odd about this game is most games it's grays or commons, which they are here. In most games your next rarity is green, and here it's blue. They go gray, blue, green, purple, orange, instead of gray, green, blue, purple, orange. I don't know why they chose to do that, but they did. I'm probably going to... Rifles and such I will probably check these because they're better than one. But critical damage bonus for bleeding effects. Yeah, it is a damage bonus. That's time being. Balance. Questionable as whether that's better or not. I'll just sell those. Eventually, you will unlock 2 more places on the, which is when you get your Magus Biologist, which is my next quest. She will be here, and you can change certain aspects of your healing during missions, and eventually you get a Tech Priest that will be here and unlocks crafting, which allows you to customize your weapons and armor. Both the look of them and also some of their stats. I am going to spend some skill points. I just unlocked movement, so get a cooldown reduction and then to gain some physical resistance. We are playing as an assassin. Here's our little assassin, Inquisitor Mercy. Oh, you can't change weapons. You can't change weapon sets on this screen. I do like the touch that the headsets she's wearing are skulls. The Imperium really likes their skulls. I have to give them that. They put skulls on everything. I mean, you know, the bridge of a rogue trader ship. What do we have here? We have a big skull. If you also, if you're playing as a psyker, you can go here and change out your psychic abilities. But I'm not. Film Cogitator. We will be heading towards the Merciful Agony. Like I said, absolutely the hospital I want to go to.
This is Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta speaking. How can I assist you, Inquisitor?
This hospital fortress employs a legion of trained doctors and med servitors. It is not an ordinary infirmary, but a facility dedicated to the treatment of Inquisitors and also a secret research station. The fortress is equipped with equipment blessed by the machine gun, and a separate ward deals with Inquisitors who want to undergo some genetic modifications and are willing to pay the price. Let's see here. Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta. I have a Space Marine on my ship with grievous injuries, and I need a Magus Biologist immediately.
Your request cannot be granted. I suggest that you seek medical assistance elsewhere.
I am on a special assignment from the Caligari Enclave. I must insist, Genitor. Don't make me ask twice.
Allow me to clarify. The Magos Biologus with the required skill set is unavailable. Current status: assigned to priority level research for atonement and gathering of sacred data.
Where can I find
Our
this
brethren
Magos
have been
biologist?
studying an epidemic on the St. Abelard relay station. We lost contact with the station recently.
Thank you for your cooperation. So you have a star map. You can actually go to other places. Moment we're gonna stay predominantly on the story, but in a section coming up, we will probably, after this mission, we may do some side missions. The St. Abelard Relay Station, population 72,000, type of void station, significance moderate, details Idectus Administratum. One of the big commercial hubs of the subsector, this heavily fortified void station has a secluded monastery pylon, which serves as a very important astropath relay station, transmitting messages, encrypted manifestos, and highly confidential code psalms to the various star systems in the subsector. This is a campaign mission, which level 7, but the campaign missions will always be whatever level you are, so if I was 8, it would be a level 8 mission. So we will travel. And here, there is only one mission available. It is the Relay Station campaign mission. Go figure. We'll take that. Currently we are set to normal difficulty, meaning that there is no modifier to damage or damage taken or given, and enemies are my level. I have arrived at the St. Abelard Astropathic Relay Station to find Metrodora Thelma, a skilled Magus biologist conducting important research into a recent outbreak of a mysterious epidemic. The Void Station is, however, in a lockdown and all communication channels are cut off. We are detecting a strong chaos presence. I am entering the station to find out the fate of the Magus biologist. Start. I will say, this sector seems to have a chaos problem. Just saying, seems to have a chaos problem.
Inquisitor, the epidemic that spread through the relay station was just the prelude to a full-scale chaos infestation. The Void Station is in total lockdown until the decontamination teams and the Imperial Guard troops arrive, and that could take time.
Why would they need the whole team? One sharp blade. That's all it takes to cut out the malignant growth. I'll go in.
Do you really believe that the Magos Biologus you seek is there, alive?
There are still people on the station. Metrodora Thelema is a sacred priest of the Omnissiah. I believe she can take care of herself.
Kill them all. sort them out. Okay, guys, gather up.
Inquisitor, if you don't mind me asking, why are you so sure this Caius Thorn could help your investigation?
He's a space marine, a legendary defender of the Imperium. It makes him the most important member of Klosterheim's reckoning. Even if their relationship was as strained as it seems, he must have been very close to the Lord Inquisitor, and he could have knowledge of important details.
Look, it's a trap. Hey guys. Ow, ow, ow. Come on, guys. Just a signum? Really? All that and just a signum? Punch the grenade I used. Well, sorry, the minefield I used. Which never seemed to go off, but, you know, hey. Stop the fire, it hurts. Hope everyone. Hey. Stop the fire. I don't like fire. I'm supposed to be setting the heretics on fire, not the other way around.
Coil unclean.
Just saying. Oh, hi guys. Die already. Need supplies. I didn't use any grenade. Really should go back to grenades. Actually use grenades more. I use more of this because I'm more useful. Oh, they killed the teleport beacon? I thought I did. I go thinking again. Like I was supposed to go this way.
I have completed the task you gave me. There is no trace of the martyr anywhere in the logbooks of my ship. This ship is ancient and has traveled everywhere in the sector. Still, nothing.
I suspected that my ship was worth it.
I wish I had the treasured logbook of my rogue trader clan. It has been in the possession of my family since my ancestor received the warrant of trade.
What happened to that logbook?
It has disappeared when the Inquisitorial Purge destroyed the clan headquarters.
It is indeed.
Now, seems to be a corpse here. Final report, Garrison Commander Karsov. Warning, classified report. Militarum Tempestize only. Grade Primus 5. Clearance only. Last defensive perimeter collapsed. Loss of the base is innocent. Lord Commissar Baron has fallen. I took command of the remaining forces in the Librarium as ranking officer. The Astropath Quarter is confirmed as lost. I ordered Bravo Squad to retreat with the survivors, but their chances, considering the hostile activity on the Void Deck, are minimal. As of this moment, Tempest Garrison St. Alballard has ceased to function as a fighting entity. I shall follow the standard Exodus protocol. The Emperor protects. Note 1. The engineer finally managed to identify the source of the initial chaos. An invasive scrap code debilitated the machine spirit, cut our communication, and destroyed primary data vault. Secondary data vault is partially salvageable. The tech priest managed to online a firewall litany before total data loss. His words. Note number 2. According to the Lord Commissar Baron, the primary objective of the attack was very specific: to capture the St. Alballard Astropath Choir and block Chernobog telepathic duct. Is there a connection between the recent outbreaks? Such elaborate tools and coordination are way beyond the capabilities of simple heretic cells. This attack may be part of a greater operation. Further investigation advised. Hi guys. Stop the crowd.
Remarkable. A soul bow. Takes the chest.
Hi. This is where I wish I had a ring.
Back to the abyss, creature. I wonder why this chest was so heavily protected.
Because it's a stolen relic. And it has a bunch of stuff in it. Mostly crafting materials, which I can't use. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, look, it's an auto gun just laying around. Let's see here. Let's do it that way. And everything. Oh, it looks like we go this way. I like my shield. Oh look, it's a demon horde. Hi guys. Ow, ow, ow. It's quite done yet. I actually need this medical chest up here. I've had to use medical supplies. Haven't used it. If I remember correctly, there's one more big fight. Hey, Kimmy! Surprised you're still up, to be honest.
Inquisitor,
I appreciate you hanging
our
out.
Arga readings have suddenly spiked to alarming levels. You've reached the center of the chaos infestation. Stay alert.
I am just happy it's a long weekend for me. I get to relax and have fun this weekend. Well, hi guys. There's a lot of you. Have some more Mii's to play with.
Inquisitor. Try to find a cogitator that can grant you access to the data vaults.
One of my servitors over there. You get some rest, Cammy. I'm sure we will talk some more this weekend. We will probably be hanging out and doing things. But hope you have a good weekend. Have a good 4th tomorrow. Well, today at this point, I guess. Search for information. We'll be here.
This is the central cogitator of the station. If this Magos biologist tried to send a report to her superiors, it must be logged here.
Homework? Game sounds during battle? Okay, I'll turn the some of that down. Caligari Sector, Segment Tempest, Choir Saint. This is Matoria Thoma, recording my message for Astropathic Transmission. My work is finished here. I have lost 14 team members to this fascinating malady, which supplied me with valuable subjects that made identification of the pathogen possible. The infection is undeniably Imperium in origin, and my research indicates that it must have been transferred to blank via one of the incoming cargo vessels. I have narrowed down the possible sources to 3 worlds in the subsector. I will visit all 3 to locate the source of the epidemic. Praise the Omnissiah.
I missed the Magos biologist on the station. I logged the 3 potential destinations where I could find her. Oh, I hope she's worth all this trouble.
Of course she's worth all this trouble. She's a Magus biologist. One thing that the game does that I do like, this particular one, that when you complete a mission, you can quit out of it at any time, but that also means that if you missed an area, you can go back and check to see if there's any chests there. And then when you get there, rather than having to go to an exit point, you can just go quit. I have unlocked stun grenades, unlocked perk, precognitive evasion, and a passive skill. And I gained a point of bloodlust. I have achieved level 1 influence in the Chernobog system, and therefore gotten 10,000 Caligari credits. Okay, now let us take a look at options. Audio. Sound effects down. Should be the battle sound. 60%. Some of the speech I would actually like to turn up because it seems a little low to me. Sound. So that's not what we're encountering. Down to 80. Exit. So, we now have to search for the Magus at 3 possible different planets. Gee, actually, before I do that, let's look at her. We didn't pick up too much. That is a better blade. That into my security seal. Well, more max. It's more max suppression, but technically lower quality because I have a rare equipped. add heat vulnerability on heat damage hit. I don't do heat damage, so that's not going to help me at the moment. Fuse delayed grenades I don't care for. They tend to land and then wait to explode, and that. Don't have a good IM plant replacement. In short, just sell all this. Hello, Captain Van Winter. I rarely buy anything from Captain Van Winter, but that's just me in these types of games in general. I rarely buy stuff from the stores. I almost always go fairly exclusively with what I loot. Going to the star map. I have 3 planets in the subsector that we need to check out. They're all in the Atheon system. 3 of the 4 planets in the Atheon system. Athon? Ethon? So, we'll travel there. And here you can see there's actually several missions on this planet. Here you can see, obviously, there's the campaign mission. There's 2 missions against Chaos. The Black Legion and the Alpha Legion are against Chaos. And then there's a Purge versus the Eldar. And you can do all of those. It shows you what the levels are there. Those types of missions are not capped based on your level. As you can see, those are level 9 and 10 missions. We'll probably see some that are higher than that, but I'm gonna travel over. Don't remember which mission this is of the 3. One thing to note about these missions, these are good for getting loot and stuff like that, but they also have various requirements. Or not requirements, that's not... Requirements isn't the word I'm looking for. They have, they can have stipulations. Like most of these will have, you can only die 3 times on the mission. So, kind of like the old, Good night, Kenny. You have a good one tomorrow. I'm sure we will see you around. You know, feel free to hit us up on Discord if not. We'll be around regardless. So, kind of like the Monster Hunter games, you have limited number of deaths that you can have within the mission. You can also do things like if I go here, well, here it tells me they will also, as you can see down at the bottom, they have a remaining time. They will only be around for a certain amount of time. But you can kind of see the map, you can kind of see, you know, what you're up against. assassination or purge will have different things that you're trying for. Shows you what your rewards are there in terms of how much money you'll get, how much fate, how much glory you'll receive for it, and how much system influence you'll receive. That's kind of more the end game, is kind of system influence and dealing with that aspect of things. I haven't really got into that, but we're just going to go to the Infested Archipelago. This is this one. Not my favorite. These 3 missions all take place on planetary surfaces, so they have different map types. This is a very, if this is the one that I'm thinking of, which you may not be thinking, it's a very open map. Nope, this is not the one I was thinking of. It's the other one that I'm thinking of is on a frost
Inquisitor,
world.
according to the
This one's
coordinates you
actually not too
found,
bad.
this area is one of the potential locations where your Magos Biologus could be. And it seems you've also got company.
This one is not too different from station missions in that you are kind of dealing with a hallway-esque map. The one that I was thinking of that takes place on the ice planet is very, very much open. That is to say, you can go pretty much anywhere. Big guy. Really don't want this.
Off with you.
This one you have.
If I can't silence this
Oh.
alarm, I'll face some serious resistance. Not that I'm complaining.
You will get things like that where an alarm goes off. If you don't destroy it before it hits 100%, it will summon in a bunch of enemies.
Inquisitor, we have noticed some strange organic outgrowths that generate intense warp activity.
These postures are the creation of Nurgle. Some of his demons are able to access the real space through these hives. I shall destroy all of them. For the Emperor.
Almost there, Inquisitor. There is one ugly boil left in the area.
One ugly boil. Left?
Now you're gone.
Yeesh. Supplies. Let's see, this is. Oh yeah, come on, guys, gather up. There's a chest here. And mostly crafting components. Did get another. Critical strength, suppression damage, bonus for burning effects. I don't use. So. That's the other, one other thing is this is an inoculator, which is what you use to heal with. You can't change those out during missions. Artificer arc blades on the obviously I missed a turn somewhere. That's my one with this type of this map tile set is it can be difficult to see where the paths are. Guys, come on. Gather up. Squishy. In there, so I know something that's picked up an arc blade that I can't use because I'm not high enough level, but it's not better than what that. Common. Remove my. It is better than what I'm. Big guy here. Hi guys. Level up. Enough of your chaos rituals. It is actually a similar type of same style of game, ARPG.
I have destroyed the other pustule of Nurgle. No more sick protrusions into our world in this area.
Fill my recharger.
There was a protective hex on the chest. I must defeat the summoned creature. Let's see what was so important in the chest.
Ready? Okay, so the side quest is done. Big chest, oh yes.
Captain, Metrodora Thelema is definitely not here.
That's quite unfortunate, Inquisitor.
At least I've eliminated the local threat, so this whole journey hasn't been a complete waste of my time.
We have 2 other sets of coordinates. Maybe you'll find her on the next world.
Maybe. Maybe not. And in my playing, I have actually found her on the first world I've been to, so it does seem like she is... When you start this, she is put on one of the worlds for you to follow. Teleport out. I need to take a quick AFK. Hit the restroom, then we will continue. Find our Magus Biologist. Maybe on the next planet, maybe on the next one after that. And then we'll see what time it is. I have unlocked the ability to use bolt guns. I have picked up a point of survival and a passive skill point to... Actually, might only be one. Couldn't remember if I leveled up twice during that mission or not. So I will be right back, and we will continue.
is gone, the past is clear, the right is wrong, and my end is near. The lights are dark, my heights are low, my feelings are starting to flow. Still dreaming of the perfect day. She will come and say that she needs someone to fly away. Make a great escape for the blue airway, for the blue airway. Make a great escape for the blue airway, for the blue airway. Make a great escape.
Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay. Controller. An unspent skill point. I have to do that for. Down here you can also see there are other skill trees that I have not unlocked yet. Wondering about X. Deal range damage. I'm like, been dealing range damage. Counts AoE damage that goes. Support skills, inoculator capacity. We'll get into that a little more once I have. No, I have two to spend. More adrenaline. I haven't been having a problem with it for knock capacity at the moment, so I'm use single target deal. So Russian damage for single target kill. Sorry, not single target. Single target attacks. Straight up. I'm gonna do. I will do damage bonus against slowed, shocked, or stunned targets. Because I currently do shock damage, or I currently apply shock and stun, I believe. So, hey, Captain, sell the stuff. And actually, I haven't looked. Before I do that, I got some armor that I picked up. Distortion armor. Tried distortion. Damage reduction, 6 to harvest. 21, that's more. It's actually better. Currently, and we'll see how this works. And Go to. We'll go to the Ice World next, because the Ice World, like I said, that is a very open map as opposed to the, like, just did on the archipelagos. Frozen Wasteland, yes, that's the one. Frozen Wasteland. Once we get the Mega Bilos, with you about the that, and then we'll probably call it a night. I am starting to drag. I have followed the coordinates to one of the possible locations where Metadora Thelma could be pursuing her research on the source of the epidemic that devastated the St. Albert Monastery. The area is teeming with hostiles, but our sensors indicate the presence of a small Imperial settlement in the wilderness. I'm going to enter the zone and locate the Magus Biologus. It says that at the beginning of all three of them, so not really much in the way of story on that, but
Inquisitor, this is the second location where your Magus Biologus could be. Unfortunately, the area is swarming with hostiles.
disembodied pair of legs there. That can't be. Yeah, if you bring up, let's see, I can walk anywhere. So there's no path to be followed.
To your false emperor. Eat steel.
Hi.
Your head on a spike.
Sorry, whose head on a spike? I must have misheard you. Offering your head for a spike? Just. Another horde. You guys gather up. Bunch of you here. That's what I wanted. Oh, I never did sell my stuff. Placed my... That's what I thought. That'll be an improvement. Additional adrenaline, damage to knockback skills. So a lot. Okay.
Inquisitor, we have received a distress call from a rogue trader in orbit. His transport crew on the ground was attacked by hostiles while moving important supply rates to the local administratum cloisters. They humbly ask you to secure the cargo before the cultists return for the goods.
So each of these should have a secondary somewhere. It's cargo.
I found the supplies.
We'll remove the cargo from the area, but it will take some time. The sensors located several cultist troops approaching your location. Get ready to defend the supplies.
Supplies. That's rude. Level up. Wave complete. Well, something wrong. Not yours.
Cultist threat exterminated. The cargo is safe.
Praise the Emperor. We'll take over from here and get them to the
Cargo is
rogue
barely
trader.
safe online.
You can proceed with your mission, Inquisitor.
Not that I was ever in danger, but they were not interested in me. Why they were so intent on destroying the cargo they wanted to steal, I don't know, but got here. Da-da-da. She's
Oh,
here.
by the Emperor. These techniques are never elusive ways. Do you copy, Captain? The Magos Biologus is not here.
I'm really sorry, Inquisitor. We'll travel to the last set of coordinates then.
I have a lost fortress monastery to find. I hope she can help me with the investigation. For her sake.
No, I messed up. Just don't feel like. I mean, while I like that these types of maps exist, somebody that generally likes to find all the stuff. I find them somewhat troublesome because you can go anywhere within the square of the map. And of course, large parts of it are just empty space. But like I said, I do like the fact that they have these different types of maps and different types of settings that you can visit. It makes it feel a little more like a vast world where you're not trapped. You're not always trapped within. New item unlocked: null rods. I now have an extra component slot on new inoculators, provided the inoculator is at least level 10, and 2 passive skill points because that's what you get at level 10. The inoculator slots don't make a whole lot of sense until we get the Magos Biologus. So also the slots, like the slot for the inoculator that I currently have equipped, has a capacity of 13 and it has a basically a slot for a yellow skill and a slot for a red skill. So that's a healing slot and a buff slot. You will eventually see that there are 3 types of skills: yellow, red, and green, I think. That's too high a level for me. Breathian, that's a 2-hand. It's common. Actually kind of liking my arc blades. They have what I liked about the power sword, which is that big AoE slam that it has. So they've got that, which helps me deal with. Really wish I could. Significant. So sell it. I also like the fact that they have this sell everything that's rare, sell everything that's artificer, everything that's a relic. Obviously, not usually going to be selling relics, but we'll see. Okay, one more planet. It's funny because I almost did one that we're about to go to. I almost did first. Tyranid Siege, a Hunt Eldari mission, and a Tyranid mission. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna We're gonna get the Magus Biologus. I'm gonna probably talk a little bit about the inoculator stuff very briefly, and then to call it a night. A little on the tired side. First, I have to spend skill points. Standing still, moving to resistances. Ourselves a little more distance. Close that off. Go get us Omegos Biologos. Hope everybody's had a good night. Wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July. It's firmly in the 4th of July realm now.
Inquisitor, I know you're getting impatient, but at least your search is drawing to a close. This is the last location where your Magos Biologos could be. We detected a large number of Chaos hostiles. She really has a knack of finding peaceful research spots, doesn't she? Inquisitor, the rebellious forces of the Astra Militarium have taken over the area, and they're fighting with the loyal Imperial Guards. The rebels have surrounded the colony where the Magos Biologos might be holed up, and their mortars attack the Imperial fort with artillery fire.
I've just walked straight into a war, haven't I?
It seems like it.
I'll take care of the rebel mortars first. An alarm signal. You are too late. Soothing sounds. Death is a journey.
It's out this way. Bunch of red dots. Gotta fix them. Pick up those supplies. Need them. I mean, you know, killing red dots, that's, I'm an assassin, that's kind of my job. Hey guys.
Now you are gone.
The Imperial Navy has launched Marauder bombers as a counterattack. They will bomb the entire area. Find cover.
You looked at this planet, lady? There's no cover. This way.
Die, heretic.
I like it when they... Oh, look, there's multiple ones.
The Marauder bombers have retreated. You're safe to proceed.
Safe as a matter of...
You'll never take me for the rebellion!
Mostly a lot of regions. Like most of what you get on most of the. Ooh! Intel! Valuable information is a special mission with a high risk and reward. Stealth bodysuit. Definitely not. Pistol. I'm just not. Well, actually, I might. For secondary. Weapon setup, I may set that up to be changed. Pages. I've got rebels to take care of.
Another corpse to loot.
Deactivate these things.
I've deactivated the first mortar. How do you dare turn our weapons against us?
That was bad too. And almost died there. Very unhappy about it. Definitely need to pick that up.
I spoke too soon, Inquisitor. The Marauder bombers are launching a second wave of bombardments.
I slay in thy name.
Oh, hello. You don't want to be these things.
Second mortar deactivated. That will teach a lesson to this rabble.
Charging my inoculator. Bombing me.
The Marauder bombers have retreated again. This time, they are leaving the area for good.
The next time there's an aerial strike, I want to coordinate first with the Imperial Navy.
Turn. Split it. I didn't need it.
Recoil unclean.
Am I? Gather up. This is gonna be like normal.
Such a crude trap against an Inquisitor. A few turrets won't stop me.
Trap chest. Decoy.
Teleport beacon in range.
Hi. Down.
The last mortar is down. Try to move against the Imperial Guard now, rebels.
Good work. The rebels won't be able to launch artillery fire for a while.
It's this way. Chins are kind of hurt. Hi, how are you?
This is an Adeptus Mechanicus quarantine zone, Inquisitor. You must leave.
You should have told me that before I
not.
came to rescue you.
If that was an attempt at sarcasm, you're wasting your time. Rest assured, the Conclave will be notified of your support.
I've been looking for you for a while. I need your expertise.
I'm a high-ranking geneticist of the Machine God. My extraordinary skill set is undoubtedly best employed here.
I have an Adeptus Astartes with grievous injuries on my ship, and I need him walking and talking. How often do you have the opportunity to work on one of the angels made flesh?
This new information requires me to reconsider. I will accompany you, Inquisitor.
All matters biological. Up. Yay! Achievement unlocked. Invincible. Wonder what that was. I have unlocked the ability to use Rosaria's force field. The Inferno pistol. And unfettered maneuvering, 20% maneuver. Sorry, plus 20% movement speed when in protected suppression state. Suppression is green. And a passive skill. After numerous ordeals, I've managed to track down an experienced Magos biologist. During my search for this Metadora Thelma, I restored order on an infested astropathic relay station and brought the Emperor's justice to the wretched spawns of Nurgle. The Magus biologist will now begin her work on the wounded Adeptus Astartes, who would hopefully provide me with the important clues about the murder. Heroic deed completed. Death Dealer. Deal damage. Unlocked a skill tree. Invincible. Complete missions without dying. Skill tree unlocked. Siege Axioms. Legendary Carnage. Deal damage with critical hits. Keen Fury perked unlocked. New level reached. Unlocked a new inoculator component. Restores 5% hit points for 5% hit points per second for 20 seconds on use. Ultimately restores 100% of your hit points. And another passive skill point. First we have to and talk to Magus biologists.
I need an update on the Space Marine. How is he?
First, you need to know that each Space Marine has an artificial organ called the Sus-An membrane. It allows them to enter a state of suspended animation if they're lethally injured. I'm bringing him back slowly. Meanwhile, I have already completed the sanctified surgical rites and supplied this man with bionic and mechanical implants.
Can I talk to him?
You can talk to me, Inquisitor. I can't promise to answer all your questions, though.
First of all, who are you? Who are the Stormwatchers?
With all due respect, I can't go into any classified details. You need to get the necessary clearance level first, but I can tell you this much. We are the Chamber Militant of the Conclave. We have been working for the Inquisitors of the Caligari sector for a very long time. In secret.
Do you always work for untrustworthy Inquisitors like Klosterheim?
Klosterheim left me on the martyr to die a useless death. Do I feel furious? By the Emperor, yes. But no, I don't think he is a heretic, if that is what you're implying.
Do you have any ideas where he could be now?
I am certain he is still on the martyr. He is seeking something there, but I have no idea where the ship went.
How did you find the martyr in the first place?
Klosterheim has ties to a mysterious sect of tech priests called the Requisitioners. They are the experts on the supposed tech relics of Uther Tiberius, the leader of the martyr. They helped him to find the wreck. They have a research sanctum on Cardian 2 in the Cherniborg system.
That's a lead, of sorts. They might help me to find the monastery again.
New clue. The Martyr, Chapter 2. Hunt for the Martyr. You like the Hunt for the Red October? Your inoculator. It's not giving me the normal walkthrough, but your inoculator has, in my case, currently 2 slots, in which case I can put a yellow or a red skill in there. So if I go to the red skills, I can put Coagulant, which restores 10% of hit points for 5 seconds. So over 5 seconds restores half your hit points. Rejuvenator is the one that I just unlocked, which is 5% of your hit points every second for 20 seconds. So will completely restore your health over the course of 20 seconds. Absorbent, which restores 75% of your suppression on use. For the yellow skills currently I have available, I have Stim, which is a 10% damage bonus for 20 seconds. Murder Dust, which is a 5% supreme critical hit chance and a plus 20 critical hit strength for 20 seconds. and Psychon, which is a 200% damage bonus for 5 seconds. Then you have the green skills, which I don't have an inoculator that can use, but Purifier reduces the cooldown on the inoculator. Extract increases your capacity on your inoculator, and Salve Boost increases the duration of red components. Each of these, you will notice, has a usage cost attached to it, and your usage, that is to say how many charges your inoculator has, is your capacity divided by your cost. Currently I have a capacity of 13, cost of 2, because I have 2 components in there. They each cost 1, so I get 6 uses per... I max out at 6 uses. Technically 6.5, but you have usage. They just don't let you. So if I can get something that increases my inoculator capacity, I get more charges. Ultimately, I will need to get stuff that has more capacity, because as I get larger inoculators, they will have more slots and do more things. Yeah, potentially do. If it's only level. A level 10 inoculator, for example, will have 3 slots. Now, you can leave a slot empty, but then, to a certain degree, what's the point of that? I am going to put in my vault. It's just a standard shot, full auto, sniper shot. Nah. Exit journal. It's technically better. 7 damage bonus for AoE skills. It's a chance to slow on a bleeding hit. Damage reduction when surrounded. I'd rather not get surrounded, but it does give me one. Character field. Mine that I have at home. Just what is 20% supreme damage reduction, 25% suppression damage reduction, 2.5% max suppression regeneration per second for 30 seconds. It's on use. It replaces your grenades, or in my case mines, which I'm not using effectively for grenades, but the only grenades I've been finding lately have been delayed fuse grenades, which I also don't care for, because you throw them where the things are and then they run towards you and they're not, it explodes. Less than useful. Suppression. It's not as technically better than what I'm using. Check. That was 13 capacity, but this being rare has other abilities, so, or other aspects. Not the least of which is +2 inoculator capacity. It's a lower class, but it's better quality. Damage reduction. I will lose a survival point. Need vulnerability. earning X hit points is worth itself, so all this stuff. I don't tend to get attached to stuff this level. Wrong button. Simply because you go through stuff. Not selling is because I don't want to sell those. Don't want to sell those. I'm going to stick those in storage. Those are for a high priority mission. I will spend one skill point, and then we're probably going to call it critical hits. Oh, it may have been not a skill tree, another defensive. I don't have a secondary defensive slide. Yeah, that's unfettered moving. Plus 20%. Protected. Five seconds on kill stacks up to 10 times. Take that time being. Still didn't spend the point. Plus 1% critical hit chance, plus 1% chance. Strength 2 points. Plus strength and plus critical chance. And yes, we are going to call it a night. Continue. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. Wish everybody a safe and happy 4th today. As you go through the day, I will probably be back around 11 p.m. tonight. Getting started. I don't know if we're going to continue on this or if we're going to play some Tyranny. I do want to get back to that. I was enjoying that. I do like that game. I don't know. Completely set off, but I am enjoying this. Hope everybody's having a good time. Please check out Twitter, Instagram. I am getting back into painting, so if you check out my Instagram and follow me there, I will be posting works in progress and finished pieces as I start to relearn my painting skills, as I have not painted in over 20 years. I am enjoying getting back to it, and right now I've just started my first practice model in over 20 years. And I'm enjoying it. It is a old 1996 Imperial Guard plastic. At least I'm assuming it's Imperial Guard. It is definitely Imperial. It has a lasgun, and it's not a Marine. It's not a Space Marine, so pretty sure it makes it Imperial Guard. Let us see who is in this time of night. Can we take the fun of it too? I am not used to using that computer yet. Really. Cyber 2. Not many. So we're just gonna host Bob Ross. That's what we'll do. Hope everybody had a good night. Take care, stay positive, and keep smiling. We will see you, well, tonight at this point. 11 p.m. I plan to get started. I'm not sure what we're going to be playing. We will figure it out between now and then. Take care. I may put a poll up on Twitter, so check things out there. And take care. We will see you next time on The Guy with a Smile. Yes, I know it says be back. I'm working on an ending stream ending screen. I don't have it yet. So. Thank you. Have a great one. Take care. We will see you tonight.